Hello, I'm Holder Richards from DaGameTrain, and welcome back to more Evolva. That's kinda interesting. Just go straight to the loading screen. Not gonna tell us anything? No, nothing. Okay then, well whatever. Seal tunnel entrance and prevent any parasite life forms from getting in. Well, I don't remember exactly what the briefing says, but well, I can tell you right away what needs to be done. See this tunnel? Nothing can go in. So what you wanna do is you wanna take one of these guys, and then maybe one of these guys, and leave the other two behind, cause you need to keep that fucking tunnel protected. You see, the problem here is that the indigenous bastards, but the non-indigenous I should say, the parasite guardians, they sure would like to pay a little visit to that tunnel. You know what that means? Can't really let them do that. You see, the problem with that is that we cleared the place out. If you let them back in there, they're gonna reinfest the fucking area. Wouldn't want that to happen. Nah. No, we don't want that to happen, cause that would be very fucking bad. So to make sure we don't do that, we're gonna fucking close up the tunnel. Where's the other guy? Come on, Sanic. Here you are. Now there is a way to seal up that entrance. With some spore explosives, of course. There's a big old boulder sitting just a bit above the tunnel entrance. However, to get to the entrance, we need something slightly different, because there are these annoying ass tentacles blocking our way. They don't really feel like letting us through. Oh no, it's an ambush. Big fucking deal. But yeah, we got a bunch of fucking tentacles that don't really want us to go through. We need to do something about that. And the only thing we can do about it is... well, I don't fucking know. We're going to find out. By the way, that's lava. Lava equals bad. I mean, it's kinda obvious, isn't it? Every other game has lava equals bad, so this one is no exception. Don't touch it, if you know what's good for ya. Always keep an eye out on the PIP view of the other two guys that you left. It doesn't matter who you left. I only left these two because, well, they're kinda slower. Plus, I like 1 and 2 more. I am discriminating with numbers 3 and 4 for the sake of doing so. Yeah, it really doesn't matter who you pick. What matters is that you keep a close eye on those two, because eventually someone is going to show up and try to make a run through. You know what happens when that happens? Shit gets fucking real. You're gonna need to kill that bastard before he gets through the fucking tunnel, or else the mission is a bust. You don't want your mission to be a bust. No. That would be bad. Oh wait, okay. In this mission you should not rely on your radar showing where the objective is, because it's giving you false directions, sort of. The directions, they're not entirely false, in fact they're showing you back to where you started. However, you don't have the means to complete the objective just yet, so you can't follow the objective marker. Just not quite yet. Blow that bastard to smithereens. Here you'll encounter a few more tentacles as well, but these ones are more friendly. They open up. They're a bit more friendly. Hey, this guy followed in too. Cool. Come on, open up. Thank you. God damn it. Why didn't you follow? Son of a bitch. I gotta wait till the door opens up and... Okay, now we got through. No, 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 no. You don't want to press T. No. You want to keep these guys here, because look at that. Look at that. Someone's trying to make a run for it. Nope. Ain't making a run for it, motherfucker. Nobody's letting you through. Press G for this. To just make sure that the other half of your team is following the guy that you selected. Make sure that you don't have... Fuck. Make sure you don't have the entire team following you over here, because that would be quite fatal. Plus you don't have to do that. Alright. Assimilated that one into the biomass. So in this mission, I don't remember what the briefing says, but it doesn't really matter because it's probably just like, oh, there's some bullshit going on in this region, you gotta do something about that. Like the usual stuff you would see in the briefing. But really, you're probably not seeing anything different. I should say missing. Whatever, you know what I mean. You're not missing anything from the briefing because it's not gonna really say anything important that we won't be able to notice later on, or just deduct by reading the briefing of other fucking things. I recall this mission pretty nicely, for being rather annoying because of the part that we are in right now. We get these exploding plants, they're being very annoying to us, but we also got this case of all these weird frogger things. You wanna get close to them and what the fuck? You just fucking slide off the damn ledge. Well, it just so happens that we got ourselves a bad case of the mucus. What the hell is that I see? Oh, that's the healing plant. But yeah, you have a very bad case of the mucus. So you need to mutate to be able to walk on the mucus. It's a very slippery kind of mucus as well. The kind that you're not going to walk on in any way, shape or form unless you have the special ability. Now a sticky foot ability, which I think that's how it's called. Let's see. Yeah, sticky foot. The sticky foot ability allows you to walk on the mucus. At max level, you will not be sliding on this stuff at all. At lower levels, you'll be slightly sliding around, but you'll be able to, at the very least, control yourself. When you have no level, you can't control yourself at all. Which is bad. Right, that takes care of the sticky foot monsters. Now let's jump down and beat up some fucking aliens. Speaking of which, what is Sonic doing? I saw him beating the shit out of some aliens, but I have no idea where he was to do that. He's always fucking missing. Always out exploring and shit. Oh, here he is. You know, it's nice that you have that new ability to walk on mucus, but that's not the only thing we're going to get, because, well, it's only really useful for walking on mucus. It's not gonna let us do anything better than that. We still need something against those tentacles who don't seem to like us a whole lot. Keeps blocking our way out. You can try to get past those tentacles at the beginning of the level as much as you want, but unless you get to this point, you're not going to get through. No. They will always close down on you at the very last fucking moment. Now this is very interesting. Bunch of crystals blocking the way. Not very nice at all. Oh, awesome. This I didn't really know you could do actually. Just set the whole thing on fire with a bomb, but then again I never really tried to use the bomb in its charged state to blow up shit like that. So that's kinda useful to know if you want to clear out large patches of burnable foliage. Oh damn, you got fucking split. You got fucking split. There seems to be something missing around here. It feels like we missed out on something. Perhaps we did. Perhaps we did miss out on something. I think we kinda did actually. Let's have a look around. See if we missed anything. Well, there appears to be something there. And there's probably something up here as well. This level's a bit confusing at first, but once you have a little walk around, once you explore a little, start to notice that no fucking isn't. It has that same old bullshit of visual difficulty. Like I don't quite remember what term I used back in Lost Vikings, but I think it was visual difficulty, where it just looks like it's difficult and confusing, but it actually isn't. But you wouldn't know better because it's usually impossible to remember properly how you do the fucking level properly. This is the kind of this is the level that I always have the same kind of a feel for. I just can never properly remember how I did it. There appears to be some kind of an alien egg. A spore. We have two distinct types of spores. We can create binary explosive. We may need to come back here in a bit. In fact, we will need to come back here in a bit. But first, disengage. We're gonna go and drop off a little present by one of those crystalline walls that we saw just a few minutes ago. No weapon that we have currently will be able to help us break through. But that doesn't mean that we can't use the binary explosive that this spore seems to be able to make. It's kind of weird that a bunch of plants can explode in such a violent reaction, but you never know, maybe it is possible to do that. I mean, nitroglycerin is a kind of an explosive substance that just explodes violently for no good fucking reason. Then you just shake it a little too hard, if I remember correctly. Then again, why are you listening to me about that? I don't really know how it works. I was pretty bad at chemistry. You shouldn't take any advice on chemistry related stuff from me. Alright, that broke through, but I don't really know any particular plant in nature that produces spores that are quite explosive as that. Then again, this is an alien world, so the possibilities are endless. Or so the buzzword suggests. Wait, no need to clip through the walls. But yeah, it is quite possible that we might or might not discover a plant one of these days which does have some very explosive properties. Let's hope we don't actually, because it will probably be used against us. And that would just be very unsatisfactory. Now that we broke through this crystalline barrier, we have to go through here. Something awaits us in this area. Now you may notice that we're actually on the top of this walkway, which we saw a bit earlier. Then we were down there contemplating whether or not we are missing something. Let's blow this up from a distance, like pros do it. Boosh. I love that shit. I think this is where we'll discover our latest, greatest enemy ever. Spiders! Wait, what? They're not just any kind of spiders. They're in fact the Stealth Guardians. What? What is this shit? Suddenly we're employing fucking Splinter Cell tactics into this shit? Nah, not really. But this is how we're gonna get around that tentacle. We'll use the Stealth Guardians' power to get around. Watch. Oh wait, this guy needs to stop following me. Normally we can't get through, but if we hold down the left mouse button, we become invisible. And then we can go through. However, visibility only works as long as you hold down the left mouse button. Which makes me wonder, what the fuck? What's the point? I mean, this would be better if I could use my weapons with it. And guess what? A charged attack of this is being able to use your attacks while invisible. Invisibility wears off rather quickly though. Probably to keep it fair and square, you know. But that's okay. I think that's reasonably well balanced. And this is a fucking awesome shortcut. What's that guy doing? Come over here, you bastard. But it's a pretty good shortcut. And the ability is well enough. Well enough. What am I trying to say? Well enough, so balanced. You know what? I fucked up. I don't think I was supposed to be going this way. Yeah, that's actually going back to where we just were. It's going back to the place where we don't need to be, I believe. At least that's what the objective marker is suggesting, so let's not go back there. We'll know if I'm correct if we see lava soon. What's that? Familiar structure? Lava. Yep, we're going back home. So yeah, that's how you get around the tentacles. You need the Splinter Cell gene. Gotta become Sam Fisher for just a moment. Unfortunately, your teammate does not seem to recognize the need to actually turn invisible. Then you're invisible. Which is kinda lame, but that's okay. Let's see. Nope, that needs bomb. I believe there are some spore plants around this area as well, but I usually pick up some spore plants ahead of time so that I don't really have to be on the lookout for stuff. Okay, now here's what you want to do. For this last bit, make sure that your fellows aren't too close to the exit. Because that boulder's gonna fall. Put your little rock back in there and stand back. And the boulder falls down very unceremoniously. Just clips through the damn walls and floor and everything. It doesn't give a shit. But that's okay. Because look at that. You've managed to kill nearly everything. Just 2% of aliens are missing, that's it. Or maybe they're not missing. Maybe we killed all of them, but we didn't pick up all of their DNA. That is a very distinct possibility. Doesn't matter though, because we're now in the new region. And I think besides this region, this was the last level that I showcased on the stream. So after this one, we're gonna see some shit. Oh yeah. We gonna see some shit.